The quadriceps. Quadriceps femoris are the muscles of the thigh, commonly referred to as the quads. This voluminous muscle is very powerful, the strongest muscle of the body. It helps us to run, to jump, to walk. So many of our daily activities are done with the help of the quad muscles. The quadriceps femoris is found on the front of the thigh, situated between the hip and the knee. It creates a bulk of muscle, all together containing more mass than any other muscle group in the body. The quadriceps femoris muscle is translated as four-headed muscle in Latin, as it is divided into four sections: rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, vastus intermedius. However, recently a fifth muscle has been discovered. This is known as the tensor of the vastus intermedius. The origin of these muscles may differ, with only the rectus femoris starting from the hip, but together they all join to unite and attach at the knee, the patella, via the quadriceps tendon. The rectus femoris originates at the pelvis by the hip bone, the ilium, and stretches down the knee. Rectus is the Latin word for straight, and this is the only muscle of the quads to cross both the hip and the knee joint. The vastus intermedius is found in the middle of the thigh, beneath the rectus femoris. Tensor of the vastus intermedius is the most recent quad to have been discovered and is a slanted muscle and sits between the vastus lateralis and intermedius. Vastus lateralis runs along the outside of the thigh and connects the thigh bone to the kneecap. It is the largest and strongest of the 5 quad muscles. Vastus medialis also connects the thigh to the knee and runs along the side of the thigh. It is the smallest of the quad muscles. The quadricep muscles are made up of tiny red and white fibers. These elastic muscle fibers help the muscles to contract or tighten. The function of the quads. The quad muscles together are one of the most powerful muscles in the body. The functions of the quads are to extend the leg at the knee joint, knee extensor, allowing you to straighten your leg. It also helps you to flex the thigh at the hip joint as a hip flexor. It stabilizes the knee. It allows to externally rotate the thigh. It absorbs force when landing. It helps with posture and balance. They help us with so many of our daily activities, such as walking, to climbing stairs, to running, jumping, kicking, to simple things like getting up out of a chair. In dance, we also use our quad for so many things: to be able to jump, to soften our landings, to bend in plies, to stabilizing the body, straightening the leg in extensions. It gives us power in our movements. Our quads are of so much importance to us as dancers, and it is vital that we strengthen and look after them correctly. Injuries. The quads are strong muscles, and injuries in the muscle are not as common. However, muscle strains do occur largely due to its connection between the hip and the knee joints. The degree of these strains can be mild to high, with mild being minor swelling and mild pain, to high, where the tendon is torn and you are unable to use your leg. Especially for dancers and athletes who use the power of their quads in their daily training, minor strains and pains are often heard. I've pulled my quad. This may be due to overwork or stress of the muscle, pushing it too far, overstretching, overcompensating another area. It is essential to spend time strengthening the quad muscles to help safeguard against these injuries. If the quad muscles are weak, They may cause the hamstrings and glutes to overwork. This can also cause imbalances in our posture and even result in injuries in the body stemming from this. The reverse is also said if the hamstring and glute muscles are too weak. The quads may begin to overcompensate and overwork, causing strain in the muscles. Tendinitis is another injury that is often found with the quads, where there is inflammation in the tendons that connect the quad muscle to the knee or the hip. This can cause much pain and pressure in the tendon, which then begins to affect the muscle. This can lead to limited mobility and strain in the muscle. Conclusion: our quadricep muscles are so influential in so many of our daily activities, aiding us in our overall mobility, walking, running, sitting, standing, but also so vital for our posture and structural stability. It is also so important for us as dancers, helping us to jump higher, turn and balance with more stability, enhancing our extensions and lines, soften our landings, help to prevent injuries. Looking after our quads help us to improve and develop our dance technique. It is essential that we spend time looking after these muscles, keeping them strong and pliable, so that they can help improve the power and stability of our work. Take care not to overwork them and push them too far by overstretching and overcompensating. Remember that effective quads can give you effective dancing.